About time I did another commentary. Today's will be on DreamcastGuy, a gaming YouTuber who's literally just like any other gaming YouTuber. He uploads reviews, top 10s, and other sorts almost on a weekly basis. Today I will be looking at his video on the top 10 game series that need to die. Yeah, I know, I feel like I'm in 2012 too. And also today I will be doing something different. Instead of using one avatar, I'll be using multiple. Call this an avatar test, just like A363MTR's commentary on Nero's Q. Let me know in the comments which avatars suit me well and should keep and which ones don't and I shouldn't use. With all that said, let's begin. Wait, is this gonna be like Watch Mojo? I mean, we got the technically advanced intro followed up by pure laziness throughout the rest of the video. Nah, it couldn't be, I'm just seeing things.
Ants. Ants. Number 10. Gears of War. Originally released in 2006, Gears changed the way people saw competitive gaming.
Oh my god, this is Watch Mojo. I mean, we got him saying the number of this segment, followed by a brief pause, and then him saying what franchise needs to die. I hate it when list makers do stuff like this, and it really needs to die.
With tons of weapons, creative combat, and savage monsters to fight, it was a huge hit. The next two games expanded on the world and give us more backstory into the war, while also giving us bigger battlefields for blowing stuff up. By the time Gears of War Judgment came out, the team was clearly out of energy. It's like the heart and soul of the project is gone, and what we're left with is a broken shell. This October, we're getting another Gears title, and somehow it looks even more lifeless. Please guys, give it a rest.
What? That's it? You're not going to explain how Gears of War has gotten really lifeless over the years? What is? And I'm not going to lie, this is a recurring theme throughout the video. He brings up a franchise because it's the one in the segment, explains the history of it, and briefly touches upon how it needs to die. I'm almost ready to make this a one-shot because there's really only one major problem with the video, but there are also other ones to my dismay.
Number 9. Mario Party. This high-jumping plumber and his friends have gone on many adventures, including some wacky side quests. From racing karts to becoming a professional soccer star and even being transformed into paper, Mario has done quite a bit, but my favorite spin-off has always been Mario Party. It really was the ultimate series for short-term fun. You could just sit down with a few buddies and kill an hour scoring points, competing in minigames and setting traps for each other.
Until you get to the control stick minigames, the ones where you have to rapidly press a button just to beat it, and the unfair ones too. Like, come on dude, you had to have brought those up. In fact, it could actually be more reasons as to how Mario Party should die in a fire. But no, instead we get...
It's a shame that Mario Party 10 was a sloppy mess. How did they make such a bright and colorful experience so dull and boring? If you get a craving for multiplayer fun, do yourself a favor and stick with the classics.
Do I really need to repeat myself?
Number 8. Sonic the Hedgehog. Where do I even begin with this one? Sonic managed to spin dash his way to massive fame in the 90s with his lightning-fast, side-scrolling platformers. I mean, sure they look simple now, and yet they still work so well. As time went on, Sega became obsessed with finding new directions to take this hero. Sonic has gone 3D, grown stupid stick legs, and his series has devolved into a jumbled pile of glitches. His newest entry, Sonic Boom, is one of the lowest rated games ever on the Wii U. Despite this abysmal reception, Sega went ahead and started working on direct sequels. This is like serving someone dinner and they hate it so much they vomit, but for some reason you decide to just go ahead and serve them dessert. They really need to give us a few years to forget all about Sonic Boom.
Technically Sega is, as this year their newest Sonic game, Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, will be released on September 27th, almost 2 years after Rise of Lyric's release. That tells me that Sega is at least giving some time to let the flames die down a little.
Ants. Ants. In an effort to keep fans interested, they use their money to buy up the rights of better-known characters. Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, and a large cast of backup minor characters can now all join forces. This is actually my main problem with it. Because of this lame excuse of a Pokemon ripoff, we're missing out on decent sequels from these heroes.
I'm sorry, Pokemon ripoff? No. Unlike Pokemon, Skylanders aren't trainable and you don't keep them as pets. Also, do Pokemon ride vehicles? Can you swap their body parts with other Pokemon's body parts? I don't think so.
I mean, come on, we deserve a real next-gen version of Crash Bandicoot.
And we are, as the original Crash trilogy on the PS1 is getting remade on the PS4. I think I can kind of gather at what you were trying to say as you want another Crash Bandicoot game, but how you worded it comes off as you just want another version of the same games.
Number 6. World of Warcraft. At the height of its popularity, WoW had a staggering 12 million players. When you multiply that by the $15 each person is paying per month, you have enough billions of dollars to hire some of the best developers in the world. Unfortunately, Blizzard didn't take that path at all. Instead, they decided to churn out bad expansions back to back, angering their dedicated user base and making people think that the Warcraft brand was basically dead. What really grinds my gears about the failure of World of Warcraft is that it means realistically we're never gonna see Warcraft 4.
And honestly, that's for the best, because if you looked at the mixed reception the Warcraft movie received, a new Warcraft game would be in really poor taste, as it would just be seen as a way to cash in on such a divisive movie.
Number 4. Star Fox. Nintendo has really been on a losing streak lately. As Wii U sales remain low and profits worldwide sinking, they attempted something drastic to win back support. They cranked out a new Star Fox. While initial news made this sound like a fantastic mix of the classic Nintendo 64 game and next-gen graphics, what landed this year was instead a clunky mess of horrible controls and short levels. Putting this on the list really hurts me. I grew up loving this fuzzy fighter pilot, but there's no denying that he's basically ruined. All we can do is put away the amiibos, play another round of Smash Brothers, and hope they give this another shot.
Wait, I thought this list was about game franchises that needed to die. You're saying that they should continue the Star Fox series by giving it another shot after the disappointment of Zero? When the person begins to contradict the title of his own flipping video, you know something went wrong. Also, if you want Star Fox to continue, then why not only did you put it on the list, but at this high spot?
Having a plot that revolves around a man trapped in a dangerous future, diving into the past to uncover ancient secrets was genius. Sadly, the charm died long ago.
Wait, charm? I mean, yeah, Assassin's Creed is pretty charming as you can kill two guys at the same time, sneak around and kill other guys, walk around pretty grimy and bad times in history, and I'm sorry, but what exactly did you mean by charm?
Number 1. Call of Duty.
Oh gee, Call of Duty is number 1 on a list of game series that need to die? Haven't seen something like this before!
It's kind of funny how hated this title has become. It's not that the games are pure trash, they're just the least creative projects on the planet. From its simple roots in World War II to battles with robot soldiers, there's clearly a desire to innovate. The problem is they don't know how. The change in setting is nice, but they all play exactly the same. It almost feels like buying new skins for an identical game every single year. Looking at the sales numbers, it's pretty obvious that fans have basically abandoned Call of Duties.
Not really, as sales for the most recent game in the series, Black Ops 3, has reached sales of up to 22 million units. So that tells me that fans aren't giving up on the series just yet.
Did your most hated franchise not make the list? Got an idea for a future top 10? Leave it in the comments down below. You know what? I have a feeling that this is probably going to be one of my most controversial top 10s I've ever done. Mostly due to the fact that I put Sonic on the list. You know what, Sonic fans? It's time to face facts. The Hedgehog needs to be put down.
Yeah, I'm going to take a wild guess and say that most Sonic fans want the series to take a break for a while after the mixed feelings of Lost World and the atrocity of Rise of Lyric.
Thanks so much for watching, gamers. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. Now I'm going to go strangle this hedgehog. I used to love you. What happened?
Oh my gosh, this is one of the laziest attempts at a joke I've ever seen. Your acting gives the Chaos Wars actors a run for their money.
Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, maybe check out my last video. Please subscribe, and if you want, share this somewhere with your friends.
Wait, why are there two parts of the video where you're asking people to like and share? Don't you think that one part is more than enough? Also, your animation is terrible. That's all. Well, that's the video. Final thoughts? This is one of the poorest attempts at a top 10 I've ever seen. Your voice acting isn't very convincing, your editing was lazy because there barely was any as you mostly just transitioned to segments and spliced clips together, and this is basically just a dead topic. Now, I will give you credit as you tackled a dead topic, and I honestly thought that you might bring something new to the table, but you didn't. Instead, you said things that have been said to death already, explained little or nothing at all as to why the series needs to die. Well, this is the Pop Biz Kid, and if you haven't noticed, I have a new computer.